feet nearly froze last night. I ain't gonna let that happen again.
Cartwright brothers, I presume?
Joe, we got us more troubles than a horse without a tail at fly time. How are you gonna explain all this to the sheriff?
I ain't the sheriff I'm so much worried about as it is Pa.
Dad, burn it, every time I think about the brace game them two bank fellers playing on us makes me mad enough to bite myself.
Well, better get on back to town. We got a lot of tall explaining to do.
Yeah. We're gonna be just about as popular in town as a couple of wet dogs at a parlor social.
Go ahead and tell him.
You the boss.
Well, you see, Pa, what happened is...
Well, I think I'll get me some water.
That's the most unbelievable cock and bull yarn I've ever heard. You steal the bonds from the bank because it's going broke, then you cash them, and then the bankers steal the money from you.
Well, that's exactly what happened, Pa.
Sure is, Pa. And then they stole our horses on top of that.
Where's that telegram you got over the wire?
Hey. Wait a second. You got the telegram?
I ain't got it. You got it, ain't you?
Why? I ain't exactly got it with me, Pa.
You ain't exactly got it with you because it wasn't exactly sent.
Oh, now listen!
No. You listen. And you listen good. I don't know what you boys did with the money, but there's one thing I do know for sure. You're going to give yourselves up to the sheriff and stand trial for bank robbery. Understand? Adam, you and I'll ride back to Virginia City and make arrangements to pay back every cent that these brothers of yours took.
Pa, where are you going to get a quick $100,000?
Sell the Ponderosa if I have to.
Hey, Paul, how are we supposed to get back into Virginia City if we ain't got no horses?
You'll walk.
Walk?
And make sure you get there. You hear?
Like you said, Pa, you really know little Joe. You'll be cleaning out the stable, repairing the fences.
Oh, come on. What's going on?
Huh? Looks like a bank run.
Keep them out of here until I get my money.
Your money? What about my money?
Milligan, don't be selfish. Give me my money and quit.
Right away, Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, did you remember to fill out your withdrawal slip in triplicate?
Triplicate?
What seems to be the trouble, Mr. Johnson?
Bank run, Mr. Cartwright. That $100,000 your two boys stole has turned this town into a...
All right. Now, quiet down, folks, please. Quiet down now. Now, look, your deposits are perfectly safe here. I promise you that.
Who's going to make up the money your boy stole?
Well, I will.
A whole 100,000?
Every cent. Now, you can take my word for that.
Where are you going to get the money, Mr. Cartwright?
Well, I'll get it, even if I have to sell the Ponderosa.
And as you all know, the Ponderosa's worth well in excess of $100,000.
Well, I'll go along with that, Mr. Cartwright. We all know what the Ponderosa means to you. You heard it, folks. Mr. Cartwright says we won't lose a penny. That's good enough for me. Come on, I'll buy the drinks with a bucket of blood.
I'll tell you, Mr. Cartwright, if you hadn't stopped them when you did, we'd have been plumb out of money.
Where's Huggins?
Oh, Mr. Huggins, Mr. Finch are gone away on a hunting trip.
A hunting trip? The bank is robbed and the two men in charge go hunting?
Well, they had vacation coming, too. Matter of fact, I got a vacation coming, too. 3 weeks and 2 days. Of course, I ain't had time recently to...
Mr. Johnson, what exactly did my boys steal?
Don't you know? I sure hate to be the one to tell you, Mr. Cartwright. It was $100,000 in bonds.
Bonds? And they didn't take any cash.
Just the bonds. There was $60,000 in cash right there that they could just as easy taken as not, but didn't touch that.
Mr. Johnson, you can tell any of your depositors who ask that I'll have the money in the bank tomorrow. You have to believe him.
Wait a minute, Dan. If what the boys told you is true...
It must be true. The fact that they didn't touch any of the bank's cash should prove that.
Certainly all in their favor. I can't say as I've heard of any bank robbers passing up ready cash.
Roy, doesn't it strike you as being pretty strange that the manager and his assistant would go on a hunting trip the morning after their bank was robbed?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem like the natural thing to do.
Well, it seems to tie in with little Joe's story about the bankers having robbed them.
Well, yeah.
Now, mind you, Roy, I'm not saying that I approve of what the boys did, but it was certainly a great relief for me to learn that at least their motivations were honest.
Ben, I don't want to jail little Joe and Hoss if it can possibly be avoided.
Yeah.
But I've got to remind you that bank robbing in this territory is still a crime.
If anybody's committed a crime, it's that John J. Harrison and that confounded conspiracy of his to bankrupt his own bank, and I think you know it.
Maybe I do. But who's going to convince the depositors?
Well, I'm going to personally pay back every deposit, whether the bank closes or not.
Then you could go broke doing it.
I came here with nothing, and if I have to, I can start out all over again.
We're heading in the wrong direction.
What are you talking about? This is the right way home.
Oh, we ain't going home. We're gonna get that money back. We're going after the crooks.
On foot? Joe, the way I feel, I couldn't catch a turtle on foot.
Yeah, well, we need some transportation. And if my eyes aren't as sore as my feet, I have 2 vacant mules I'm looking at.
Hey, Joe. Wait a minute, Joe. These dang mules don't belong to us.
Yeah, well, we got no time to argue about ownership.
No, not me. I done got enough against me already without having mule stealing left.
You know, when it came time to explain to Pa, you said I was boss, did you? Well, didn't you? All right, then I'm still boss, and I'm telling you, get on that thing and ride it. And hurry up.
Joe, you sure we're doing the right thing? Look.
Well, I saw Colonel Duggan. He's willing to help.
Oh, good. How much?
$50,000. He'll meet you at the bank at 2 o'clock. It'll be a 10-year low-interest loan.
Oh, he's a good friend. Well, I've been figuring out we should be able to get about $25,000 on the timber rights.